In this video, we're going to discuss 4 different scenarios in which green card holders should be very concerned about international travel. If you don't know me, I'm Josh Goldstein. I'm an immigration lawyer who is truly passionate about helping you reach your goal. I'm here to inform you and inspire you. Our office handles cases in all 50 states and around the world from our office in Los Angeles. Green card holders and international travel. Is it safe to travel? This is the question everyone is asking me. I was recently on NPR, interviewed on this topic, and interviewed in the Washington Post. And now everybody keeps asking me, am I safe to travel? Is it okay to travel? And this has a lot to do with the climate of fear that Donald Trump has created in 2025. But let's get more specific. Today, in this video, I'm going to outline 4 different scenarios in which green card holders should be reluctant to travel or should not travel at all. Number 1, permanent residents who are in removal proceedings. If you have a green card and you are already in immigration court removal proceedings, deportation proceedings, and you have a date to see a judge or you're waiting to get a date to see a judge, you should not travel internationally. Full stop. This is the same advice I have given throughout my career. Don't travel internationally if you are in removal proceedings. Don't go, stay in the US. Number 2, permanent residents should not go back to their home country if they got asylum and the basis of their green card was asylum. Think about it. Asylum means that you've established that if you return to your home country, you will face persecution, okay? That's the basis of your immigration case. The asylum is the basis of your green card. Now, if you get approved for asylum and then you get a green card and you go back to your cousin's wedding in your home country, that undermines the claim that's the basis for your asylum. So even if you become a US citizen, I would strongly recommend you not to return to your home country if the basis of your whole claim is asylum. Number 3, permanent residents should not travel internationally if they have certain types of criminal cases. Let me explain what I mean right here. Now, in order for you to really know if you're safe to travel with a criminal record with your green card, you really have to have your case carefully evaluated by an immigration attorney who reviews your paperwork. So I'm just speaking in general, but I wouldn't travel internationally if you have an open criminal case, right? If the case is in court and it's pending, I wouldn't travel. I also definitely wouldn't travel if your criminal case has anything to do with a controlled substance, possession of marijuana, possession of any kind of illicit drugs, sale of drugs. Certainly you don't want to travel. So all of these things are a no-go for travel. There are other kinds of criminal cases that probably are okay to travel, such as a DUI, an ordinary simple DUI. But again, before traveling internationally, have your case reviewed by an immigration attorney who takes a look at your criminal paperwork and reviews specifically the immigration consequences of your case. The 4th one, and this is the biggie, residency issues. Let me explain what I mean. I'm talking about people who get their green cards and they do the back and forth thing. They get their green cards, but then they travel extensively back and forth to a foreign country. Maybe they're working in the foreign country. Maybe that's where their life really is. Maybe they can't afford to sell their house. I get all sorts of stories about this. If you travel internationally, it's about your pattern of travel. Are you staying outside the US for a long period of time? Do you really live in the US as required by law? You have to have a job in the US, a car. None of these things are actually required, but what you need to do is be physically present in the US if you have your green card. There are some ways around this with a re-entry permit and so on. We can talk about that. But you should not be traveling internationally if you have created a scenario with your travel that raises questions about where you live. Because if you're spending long blocks of time outside the US, or you're traveling frequently outside the US, then it raises questions about where you live. And it raises the presumption that you might not live in the US. You might actually be having your green card and living outside the US. And if that's true, when you come back into the airport, they're gonna pull you aside, and they're gonna make you go see an immigration judge for what's called abandonment proceedings. And in court, they're gonna challenge where you actually live. You don't wanna do that. So when I tell people this information, they get really upset at me, and they're surprised. They're like, wait a minute, you're telling me that I can't live in my home country, I can't go back and forth, but I've been doing this for years and it works fine. Or they say, my friend, and I know many people, they're all doing this. Why are you telling me I can't do this? And they'll say, is this some sort of new law? You know, they get very upset about this when I tell them that. But if you have a green card, you have to live in the US. And if you don't live in the US full time, then you have issues. Refrain from travel. Consult with a lawyer about this. This is tricky. You don't want to lose your green card right now. The solution to all of these problems, all of these issues about international travel, is to apply for naturalization. Get rid of your green card and upgrade to US citizenship. You can do it. You can reach your immigration goals. Let me know if you have questions in the comments below.